I'm going to defend a concept today that modern society considers a terrible sin. I'm going to tell you why being deeply, unapologetically selfish is the most virtuous thing you can possibly be. Society loves to romanticize simplicity. It tells you just to push your life along, to accept the bare minimum. But the harsh reality is that the world is ruthless and does not forgive a lack of financial and social preparation. If you rely on the government or external systems to protect your future, you're making a fatal gamble against time. Today, we're going to talk about the productive egoist, psychological vacuum of the modern world, and why domesticating your dark side is the only way to build a wall around those you care and, of course, to yourself. There's no horror in this life greater than watching someone you love, a parent, a partner, a child, need urgent medical care or protection, and realizing you do not have the financial means to provide the absolute best for them. Becoming successful is not about flaunting empty luxury. Becoming successful is about building a massive, unbreachable wall of security around the reality you are creating. The man who lives for his own growth, the egoist, is actually the one who ends up contributing the most to society, for he is focusing on his own victory. So you build businesses, you generate value, and you move the economy. The people who scream the loudest about collective altruism are often just hiding their own hatred of success because they refuse to do the work. To build this wall, you have to understand the psychology of the masses. Most people are profoundly lost. They pretend to be certain, but internally, they are desperately looking for someone to show them the way. There's a massive vacuum of leadership in almost every social and professional environment. When you adopt the posture of a man who knows exactly where he's going, the world physically steps aside to let you through. In the game of life, you're either the vector that leads the way, or you are the particle being blown around the wind. But to be that leader, you have to face your own mind. Every single one of us carries a dark, shameful, rotten behavior that we try to lock away in the dungeon of our minds. Carl Jung called this the shadow. The fatal flaw of the modern man is thinking that if he just ignores the shadow, it will disappear. It won't. The more you run from your vices, the stronger that wild animal becomes inside your psyche. To achieve true personal mastery, you must walk down into the basement of your mind, sit down with your shadow, and domesticate it. When you integrate that dark energy, it stops being a saboteur. It transforms into a guard dog, an ally that ferociously protects your territory and your focus. You are not a victim of the matrix, you are the architect of it. So you must assume the position of the cause, not the effect. You do not need to be cruel to win, but you must be useful. And you cannot be useful to the world if you're drowning in your own financial and emotional limitations. Domesticate your shadow, protect your tribe, become the cause. If you like this video, there is a link in the description that you can support the channel. Thank you and see you in the next one. And keep walking with me, friend. El Psy Congo.